Hi, I'm Rhonda and welcome to the So New, So Chic, Sew Along. Today we're going to be talking about embellishing our slip. We could just leave it unembellished if we like, but adding embellishment always adds something special to be it any kind of garment that we're working on. And the slip offers lots and lots and lots of possibilities. So with the slip that I actually did for the magazine, I was able to find this very pretty little lace that just a few shades lighter than the knit. I sewed it on and I felt like it wasn't quite enough. And so I embellished it with the pearls, which I thought gave it a rather pretty feminine little look. I also added the lace to the bottom of the flounce. Now, if you'll notice, I did not add the pearls to the flounce, and my reason for that was that I was a little bit concerned about the weight. The pearls are not very heavy, but they're heavy enough that, especially around the circumference of the flounce, I felt that it would be just a little bit too much. And if you'll remember from a few videos ago, I talked about the fact that the flounce is actually cut on the bias. So we're already dealing with some stretch there, and I didn't want to add any weight to it that would continue to pull it down. So I left it unembellished. To be honest about it, once I got it together, I kind of wanted to put the pearls there, but I thought best not to. Now, the lace came like this, so it didn't look at all like you see here when I initially bought the lace. So I made the lace work for me, and in doing that, you can see where I've cut apart all the lace in order to get the trim that I wanted. So I just cut around the flower. So I had the little scallop edge and the flower here, and that worked out just perfectly. So I was very happy with how that all turned out in the end. Now, with the other slip that I did, I really had a good time with this slip. Quite honestly, this is my favorite. This one is very pretty and feminine, but there's just something special to me about this slip. A friend of mine had given me this trim, and I had had it for quite a while. It's a very special trim. It's actually from the late 1800s, so it's quite old. It was in very, very good shape. It's actually silk, a woven silk. And when I was putting this slip together, I felt it needed something more. And as I went through my ribbon stash, I found this ribbon. And and if you look at it, the pattern of the lace is quite different from the pattern on the ribbon, but the colors all work together so well. So when you're thinking about trims, think about that. It doesn't have to be something that it's matchy, matchy, matchy. It can just be something that the same color family works well together. So when I put this together, I put it along the top, and as I showed you earlier with the little loop, I was able to cut it so that I have one little flower right in the center for my straps. It's just one of those nice little touches. Now, also with the ribbon, if you'll notice, there's 1, 2, 3. I don't count this one because this whole section is basically one piece. But when the eye looks at this, you see 1, 2, and then 3. Whenever you're working on something and you're embellishing something, the eye likes odd numbers better than it does even numbers. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. So in order to finish it out, I embellished the seam where the flounce meets the slip, where the slip meets the bodice, and then along the edge of the bodice here. And then on the once I got everything else together, I still felt that it needed a little something more, so off to the fabric store I went, and I found this little piece of black trim. It's actually cherries, But I wanted something that actually came off the bottom and gave some movement to the flounce, and I thought this worked out really quite well. Now, the lace that I added to this slip, as well as to the pink slip, it was all sewn on by hand. The ribbon was sewn on by the machine. So that's how I embellished those two. The slip that we're working on for the sew-along, I'm also planning to embellish it, and as I go along, who knows, I may add more, but I really enjoy when I go to the fabric store, especially if I have a little time, to just look around, because it seems that they're always getting something new or just something I've never seen before. And when I was looking at things for this slip, I came across this little package of rosettes, and I thought they were just so, so pretty. And I thought they'd make just a nice little touch on my slip. So what I'm planning to do is when I finish off the top of this, I will add a rose here just to accent the strap. I'll also put one right in the center here, and then of course on the corresponding strap when I have this all together. So it's just a little touch. So then to tie the roses in, I found this trim, and I thought, I think that'll work well. So you can see that it comes with this little netting, and then you need to trim that off. So just trim around the roses. And then on my flounce, what I'll do is I'll then sew this along the bottom. Now, the nice thing about something like this is, especially when you're wearing this under a garment, when you sit down or you move the right way, you know, the eye gets a little bit of a glimpse of what's underneath, and just a little bit of a flirt factor, which is kind of fun. We're girls, we may as well enjoy it. So it's just, you know, thinking about little added details like this as you put your slip together will take it from being a lovely slip to an extraordinary slip. So thank you so much for joining me with the Sew News, Sew Chic, Sew Along. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having you. Thank you.